Don't judge me. I know the mission. I didn't get anything. I just had a bathroom emergency and thought that was the best place to do it. Right?
I swear to God, y'all, now I'm not in here to shop.
Barely. Nope.
It's nobody in here, gang.
And I ain't buying shit.
It's nobody in here, gang.
All right, look, check this out. Today is the day. Today is the day, dog. Listen, do not spend no money in these establishments. Listen up. Do not spend no money in these establishments. If you have to spend any bread, spend it with the people that look like you. The only reason I am in this store, and I'm going to be clear, the only reason I'm in this store, because I work for this company. Other than that, I would not be in here. Listen, do not spend that bag in none of these establishments, man. If you got to drop that bag, man, go find somebody that look like you. Man, listen, hear me out, man. Listen, just one day, baby. One day, 24 hours, man. Let's make a difference. Let's get it.
So I just seen some big overgrown man calling himself boycotting Target, then filled up his basket to capacity, took it to the front of the thing, let the girl ring up everything, and then walked off like, ha, psych! Y'all thought y'all had a customer, And the girl just standing there like, so you not getting all of this stuff? Like, y'all boycotting Target in the dumbest fucking way. Do you think that you're sticking it to the man doing that? Or do you think that you just fucking up them employees' day? Because who you think about to have to go put all that shit back? Who you think about to have to go clean up all of that stuff? Like, so you wake up and say, I'm a boycott Target. And in the midst of boycotting Target, you just fucking up some innocent girl's day who ain't got nothing to do with what you talking about. Like, come on, we got to make some stuff make sense. That, you know how to boycott a business? Boycott it. Don't go to it. Suggest people to go to another place. Give them a different option. You stop spending your money there. That's how you boycott a business. But going up there and loading up a cart and fucking up the random employee of the day's day, I don't see how that makes sense. And I don't see how that's sticking it to the man. But hey, if that's how you want to waste your motherfucking day, then do your thing, I guess.
Target haul today. Let's see what we got at Target. Nothing.
Okay, let's talk about Target and how they rolled back their DEI initiatives. And maybe, just maybe, this will help you decide if you want to actually boycott Target or if you're like, you know what, I'm still shopping Target. And the reason I could talk about this topic is because I worked in the fashion industry for years, and I also worked in wholesale for a very long time. So within wholesale, you work for a brand, and I worked in the sales department. So I would travel to the corporate offices of Target, corporate offices of Walmart, HSN, all of these big box retailers. We would talk about how many pieces of our items would be on their shelves and what stores they would go in and how much they would buy it for, so on and so forth. And one thing I could tell you without a shadow of a doubt is these retailers do not care what your race is. You could literally be purple from Mars, and if you have a product that they know is going to fly off the shelves, they're going to work with you. Now, the good thing about these DEI initiatives is it gives Black and brown people the opportunity to get into these type of meetings. The thing is, 9.999 out of 10 times, these retailers don't really want to do this. They just do it because either it looks good or they get a tax write-off. Trust and believe, it's not something they really care about doing. However, regardless of the reason they're doing it, it's in place. So say you have a brand and you get the opportunity to show to a Target. And you're in the meeting and you're showing your product, you're working your margins, you're showing them your wholesale price, and you're pitching yourself to them. And in the back of their minds, they're like, yeah, I have to meet this DEI thing. So like, I don't really believe in their product, or I don't really know how many units they'll sell. But, we have this DEI initiative. So, let's just give them a chance. And for you as a brand, you're like, yo, a chance to be in Target? Like, of course, 100%, let's go. And being a small new brand, you might not be well versed in the wholesale world and what it looks like to actually partner with a retailer. And you might not realize that if you go into Target and your stuff doesn't sell, they will possibly charge you back for all of the merchandise that they bought from you but didn't get off the shelf. Now, if you didn't allot for that amount of money in your budget, that could completely destroy your business and cause you to shut down. Not to mention, Target will kick you right out. Because at the end of the day, only sales truly matter. These big box businesses only care about numbers and sales. So you might have got that shot to meet their DEI initiative. But if you didn't sell the way they need you to sell, that could completely ruin your business. Now, I'm not saying DEI is good or bad. All I'm saying is that there's a lot more to it.
So just some encouraging news on today's Blackout Day. Happy Blackout Day, by the way. Make sure you shop Black owned. Make sure you shop locally. Don't spend your money with these billionaire companies today. But some great news. Target is starting or has retracted or beginning to think about retracting their decision on their DEI programs. You want to know why? Because since the boycott, they've lost $15.7 billion. For those of you that didn't believe we held the power, for those of you that didn't believe we could do it, let this be your example and let this be your good news. And you can even Google it because Google is free and you can find it on there. Let this be your example and your good news that as consumers, we really hold the power and we can really make a difference. Trust and believe that. We can do it with rent. We can do this with utility bills. We can do this with how much we get paid. Y'all, we really hold the power. And I'm hoping today as well shows these other billion-dollar companies that we hold the power. And me personally, I'm using this as the transition to do this for a lifetime, honestly and truly. Because like I've been saying, these billionaires don't care about us. But let that be your good news and your encouragement to really stick with it for today and beyond. Because we hold the power, y'all. Y'all have a good Friday.
I'm staying in the house and the bed today because I know I have a shopping and a money spending problem. All I know is I know I better not catch nobody, and I mean nobody, out there shopping and buying nothing. Nothing. You better not be spending that tax money. You better not. But they did say you can go to like local and small businesses though. But stay your ass in the house. You don't need to be nowhere. Nowhere. You need to cook tonight, and you and them kids or you and that man or you by yourself need to cook and have a movie night. That's it. I better not catch y'all out here shopping.
Us OG poor see this boycott day as a cakewalk. Sorry, not sorry. We're going to still boycott because we know how, because we don't have any money to spend anyway. So again, it's a cakewalk for us. But for the folks that are not OG poor, that have money, that are used to their specific lifestyle, y'all are struggling with this concept of 24 hours of not buying anything. It's really fucking with you, and I can see it. Blows my mind. Anybody who is OG poor, like this shit, this is just like the warm-up exercises. We didn't even get to sweating yet. This is nothing. So to me, we really want to make a difference. Yeah, let's get through the first 24 hours right now, granted. And I have all the faith in the world that those that are not OG poor can do it. Just have a little willpower. But if this turns into something that we got to do like for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, you may want to make friends with the OG poor because they're going to give you tips and tricks on how to do it. Yep. We're going to let you know how it's done. Can you imagine the impact we would have? Remember, don't buy nothing today. You can do it.
So y'all know it's an economic blackout today, right? Some of y'all out here talking about, I'm still shopping. F that blackout. And I'm shopping today. I'm going to all the stores. So we don't need you. We only need 10% of Americans to participate in the blackout. That's it. Shop till you drop, baby. This just the first of many. And if we just get 5 to 10% of Americans to participate, we making waves, baby. Okay? Yes, this one is only one day, but there are several more to follow. We don't need you. Please relax. Have a good day.
I look a mess, and I'm sorry about that. Kind of. Not really. But I just need to come on here and say that this one-day economic blackout, that's great. Don't shop at Walmart or Target or Amazon. But boycotts need to be longer to be more effective. One day, I'm glad that we're all coming together for this, but for future reference, unless you have to, and I understand there are people that have to shop at those stores. I get food deserts exist. I get there are people who don't have money to not shop at Walmart. I understand that. If you don't have to, you shouldn't be. I have not shopped at Target or Amazon or Walmart since Inauguration Day. We 90% of the time support small business, and I've switched to Costco for our diapers for our son. Boycotts need to be longer than that. If this is not a one-day boycott, this is it starts today.
So the nationwide boycott for all of the big corporations is today, and I wanted to come on here and kind of talk about what it's like to boycott most of these corporations, like, as a lifestyle. So not just like a single day of like not going to Target and not shopping on Amazon and not going to these big box stores, but living your entire life like we do without any of these big box stores. So I've talked about this topic a couple of times on this app, but we started just like shortly after COVID, transitioning all big businesses out of our lifestyle. Really the last one that we still kind of shopped at, not regularly, but like sometimes, was Target. And then we do still shop at Aldi pretty frequently for groceries, like canned goods and ingredients and stuff like that. So what's the hardest transition was for us was like really just like thinking through our purchases and like what we needed, and then just kind of having to like reframe our brains on like what our options were when we did need to go out and buy something. Because growing up, like I went to Target all the time with my parents, and like we just would frequent like supermarkets, like big box supermarkets like Jewel Osco and stuff like that, like without even really thinking anything of it. It was just like where you went to shop. But as I grew older, and like I started wanting to make sure that I was voting with my dollar and like all of my purchases were aligned with like my values, we started to gradually like kind of grow a directory, almost like a phone, like literally like a book, not like a literal phone book, but like we grew a list of what small businesses we order from for various things in our life. And it did take a lot of time. We did it over the course of like a couple of years, and now for the most part, like we very, very rarely go to a big box store. Occasionally we go to the Walgreens in town, and that's like truly just out of like walkability. But our primary grocery store is a locally owned grocery store. Our secondary grocery store is also locally owned, and then we go to Costco quite a bit, especially since they've kind of like stuck it to the man and stuck with their DEI initiatives, which we are all for. So I think as you start to make changes in your own life and you're wanting to kind of start cutting out some of these big businesses, know that it is going to take some time and it is going to make you uncomfortable at first. But once you get past that like initial uncomfortability and like kind of do some problem solving and find locations to purchase your everyday things, it gets significantly easier. And it like we don't even think anything of it anymore. Like we don't even think that our lifestyle is like different from a lot of other people in this country at this point. So stick with it. Make all small steps are valid steps. All small steps are important. And I hope that this movement and these boycotts that we're doing becomes an even larger movement for our country. And I hope that we can start to distribute our money and start supporting small businesses more and more as the years go on.
So here we are, February 28th, with the national boycott of spending happening today. But much more than just one day. This needs to be an extended period of time. One of the biggest problems why boycotts never seem to work is because they're not sustained long enough. And usually it's because they are too large in scope. So after today, one of the goals should be to pick one company to target. It's much easier for everybody nationwide to avoid one business than it is to have a whole list of businesses. Usually what happens is that we try these boycotts, but there's a big long laundry list of companies that we're avoiding. Well, people have to eat, people need clothes, people need certain things. So we end up having to go to some of these stores anyway. But if we can target just one for a sustained period of time, then maybe we can start to see some actual change happening when that business starts tanking, that corporation starts tanking, and the rest of the corporations see what happened to the targeted company. Then maybe we can affect some change. So hopefully after today, we can continue down this path. I know one of the big ones right now has been the company Target itself, and that seems like a good place to start, is to keep that change rolling. We need to have clear ideas of why we are boycotting. DEI, living wages, these are the things that we need to be pushing in order to affect change. If we don't do something now about the income inequality in this country, under Donald Trump and Elon Musk, this gap between the rich and poor is going to explode even more than it already has. We have got to fight for living wages for this country. We have to move forward and keep pressing these people. The boycotts need to be sustained over a long period of time for them to be effective. And the only way we can do that is if we go one corporation at a time and go down the list. Because a giant list of companies to boycott all at one time is not sustainable. It's almost like if you had a military army and you begin to be spread way too thin, eventually nothing is effective. But if you consolidate all of our resources and all of our energy into one corporation at a time, then we can affect change. And it's easier for us to stand against these companies for a long period of time. We can be in it for the long haul if we just shrink down that list and target one or two places at a time, and that's it, until the change happens. And once change starts to happen, all the other companies will realize that we're not messing around anymore and that it's coming to their doorstep next. If they don't start changing their attitudes towards the American worker and the minorities, let's not be backed down. Let's keep our head up. Let's push forward and make this a meaningful boycott.
So remember your duty for today. We're not buying nothing. I'm making sure I post this super early so that we can remember. Don't buy nothing. Okay? We ain't buying nothing. Okay? Nothing. No iced coffee. Donuts, because I know it's Friday. Yeah. You're not getting your breakfast from Chick-fil-A. Wherever you like to go. Yes. You got breakfast at home. Yeah. Remember the duty. Okay? You're not buying anything. See, I made a video 3, 4, 5 days ago and I told you get ready for today. And some of y'all ain't, now y'all looking like, now you looking shocked and confused. When you shouldn't be. Because I warned you the other day. So go on, pack your lunch, baby. Make that dinner. All right, I love you. Listen to the instructions.
So y'all not shopping today, correct? Correct? Put that card up. Good morning. Have a great day.
I'm finding it. Happy Friday, everyone. I thought we were doing Boycott Friday. It's 8:25 and I'm already seeing kinfolk buying Dunkin' Donuts and
other things that I just won't even name the other places. But yeah, can we just stick together just one time? Just my people, my people.
Good morning, beautiful people. Yo, listen, I know there's a lot of naysayers popping off out there about this blackout, thinking it's not going to make a difference. But let me go ahead and reassure you that it will make a huge difference. If you've worked in retail and you were in on the management side, rather been a supervisor, a manager, assistant manager, you know about that foot traffic. You know how they count the people coming in and out of those doors, whether they're spending money or not. It all counts. Foot traffic counts for the day. Now, if you fuck that foot traffic up and you fuck that spending up for one day, they got to play catch up the next few days. So trust me when I tell you, they will feel every bit of the sting of one day of blackout, no spending. And then this jumps off one day, the next one 2 day, the next one 3 day, the next one they begging our asses to come back in. And we then have the floor. And we get to tell them the shit that we expect out of their business if they want to get our dollars. So please understand when I tell you. Because like I said, I've been in the work sector since I was 16, baby, and I am 53. And I have been manager, assistant manager, supervisor, floor supervisor, key holder, you name it. I've been all through the sector of retail. And I've sat in meeting after meeting after meeting, accountant. So trust me when I tell you, fuck with one day and watch that domino effect. Add another one, here comes the begging. Trust and believe me, this ain't a game when I tell it to you. The thing is, they've always counted on us to sit it out. Not do anything but take what they're given. They've always wanted us to understand that we didn't have the power. That's what they wanted us to understand. That's how they got in our psyche. But now we see the tides turn. We understand hold up. How'd they get rich? Us. You looking at me looking at you, us. Without us dipping in them purses, wallets, and pockets, there wouldn't be no millionaires, baby. Please understand that. I just want to give y'all the encouragement to understand that you do have the power. You standing strong today, 10 toes down, ma'am, sir. Everyone else, whatever your pronouns are, I support you. Your power starts today. That's it. Feel that power. Feel energized. Know that you did something today. This is called a protest. And trust me, they will feel it. Later, y'all, if you get discouraged, if you need a pick-me-up, hit me up. I got you. All right, y'all, later.
So here are the best places to shop today if you are participating in the boycott.